bonus episode of the Lookout.
Wow,
This is new. This is new for us. But this is a passion project.
No, I'm still fairly comfortable.
This is a passion project. This is something both me and Jeff are very passionate about.
Yeah.
And that is the world of Pokemon.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I think a lot of our early bonding was that we both like Pokemon.
Yeah.
We both played the games. We both knew all the characters. Once I know you know past Gen 2, I know you're in it. Like,
you say what now?
I said, once I know you're past Gen 2, I know you're in it.
Oh, yeah. You already know.
Yeah, so we're here to discuss, the most exciting news of the week for us. That's the announcement of the new game, Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Definitely.
Jeff.
It definitely made my week. Yeah, so I love when I like new generation announcements more than like new game announcements, because it lets me know like that the product is still booming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and even when I was 7 years old, 8 years old, I never really thought, there's 151 Pokemon, or, like that was my thing. I was a kid. That's what I knew. That was the knowledge that was given to me. But to see it just transition and still be going at, after all these years, I just turned 29. You know what I'm saying? Like a few weeks ago. So, man, we're here at Sword and Shield.
I've loved Pokemon since the first time it came out. My best friends had the game. My first game was actually Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah.
But my friends had Red and Blue. And they would let me play the game because it was just like, it was fucking Pokemon. They wouldn't let me. You could only save one thing, so I couldn't really save over their shit.
But your friend's stuff.
But I would still play the game, and of course. But this game, just graphics.
Yeah, it's definitely a step up from Let's Go. Let's Go is it like super,
you think it's not the same engine? It's new.
Bro,
it's a little new.
That trailer, the outer world does not look the same at all. Like when it comes to Pokemon Let's Go is like super
interesting.
It's just like go bro. Look at Let's Go. Like,
okay,
if
I'm
you
gonna pull it up right now because
it's like very clean. Like it's like a clean cut Pokemon world.
Right.
At least in this one, when they show that outer world, at least you got some damn detailed mountains and detailed grass and detailed trees. Like it reminds me more of there's actual atmosphere. Like, I don't know if it was because even the details on the houses, the stone gate, all that shit. Bro, it was not that great in Let's Go. As far as like it was good to me, but like it didn't look like this.
So Pokemon Let's Go was one of the first like games that I didn't purchase just from the fact that I kind of didn't like how it was kind of gone about. But I do know that people enjoy that game. It was not a
competitive game. It wasn't a competitive game at all. It was truly about just catching shit.
Yeah, it's about catching shit.
And catching combos and catching rare Pokemon through combos and,
in Pokemon Go, I love. I'm a fan of Pokemon Go, the game.
Yeah.
I still play the game.
You're one of the Dons. You're one of the Dons. I've been playing since day one, but Meelz is one of the OGs right now.
I love that game. I think out of every Pokemon game that's released, this is the longest I've ever played a Pokemon game, which is 3 years. And just from that real world aspect and that AR aspect, it's the fact that you can play this game for Matt. They continue to add things like, they just released Shiny Latias the other day. So now everyone's waiting to get Shiny Latias. And they just released Gen 4, but they're kind of slowly releasing, and it's kind of actually annoying. Right. But it's something where it's just like they're real life events that happen over time, and it continues to get you excited for the game. Where I think a Pokemon game actually needs that. And I think they need to incorporate, I don't know how they do that in terms of just these real time things.
Look, bro, I know what everybody wants. I know everybody wants the entire open world. Go get it yourself.
Yes.
Run into these random gyms. Run into these random trainers. Run into these random Pokemon. Open world. All items at your access. Customizable characters and Pokemon follow behind you, of course, and you can climb, and you want the
entire thing, baby.
Yeah,
you want it all.
You're not cut in a map. You're not cut in a plan. Like, you don't have to follow any straight guidelines. You go where you want. You do what you want. You finish the game when you want. I know that's what everybody wants, and I feel like I do feel like we'll get it. Honestly, I just think, like, I don't know if it's one of those things that they're just waiting until their final lap when it comes to this type of game. But it's hard for me because if they give us this whole create your character, whole thing, like, really, maybe they put every starter from every gen up for you to choose from or something. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Here's what I think. If they ever decided to embark on that type of endeavor, I don't think it would be a main game. I think it would be its own separate game. Kind of like, for instance, like Xenoverse. It would be
I hear it'd be another Pokemon title.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
it's tough. It's tough seeing me. It's tough for me to see them move away from what they've done and what's worked for so long.
Yeah, same. I think we learned that in Sun and Moon.
Yeah, like they
not
move.
Like.
This is how they move. Like, this is how they get down. The game will probably come out in like November, like usually. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how they get down. We knew a new gen was coming. It was past due. I just want them to outdo themselves. I do want this to be just like a strictly based Pokemon game, though. Like, I don't need any of the attachments. Sun and Moon was a bit of a drag for me.
I agree.
The longest Pokemon game I ever played was Soul Silver. It was probably one of my favorite games.
It's one of the best.
Yeah, I love Soul Silver.
If they remade that, I would love it. Remake the game again. I don't care. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous. So I'm optimistic about it, man. I thought it looked gorgeous. I did. I mean, for a Pokemon game, I think I don't know, man. Everybody wants like this realism, world. I don't know if it's like I don't know if we're ready.
You know what? Here's the thing, though. You're a fan of Pokemon. You're fine with the sort of structure, with how it is.
I don't mind the structure.
I don't mind the structure either.
I want deeper character. I want deeper story. I want deeper post story. I want more game after game, and that's it. It's not necessarily about the direction, like, going. If I gotta go through city to city collecting gems, I don't mind that as long as the story is great and the post story is great, and there's great things I can do in between. Like, open the world up to me, to where I can do side stuff. I know everybody would love to get DLC drop to go to another region, and collect it. Like, that would be amazing. I just don't know when we're ever going to get there.
In terms of what I would like from this game, I would love, and you talked about it, just give me other things. Like, for instance, like, if I'm on my way to get a badge or something, let there be like a random city where I could have to accomplish some other cool task.
Yeah.
Like, you do this, and now
that takes solid time, not like,
right. Now, so instance, they showed a whole lot of different things here. I mean, you look on, and the new region is, what's it called again? The new region? It's called
G.
It's the what is it anymore? Galar region. GALAR.
I think it's based off Britain.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it. They've showed various things. We've got ice. We've got stadiums. We've got underground. We've got the
visuals look dope to me.
It looks incredible.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
I would love just to be able to, like, just don't make the game such a singular game.
Yes,
but also,
I just
stick. I mean, the thing with Sun and Moon and those island, like,
I don't need to be slowed down. I don't like to be slowed down on purpose.
Don't reinvent the wheel, bro. Like, Give me the gyms.
Seriously.
Make the battling the gyms and getting past those, and just the thrill and the adrenaline that you got from that, like the first time you beat Whitney, or the first time you face Brock,
you know what I want out of this game. No, so I'm gonna tell you the number one thing I want out of this game.
Talk about it.
I'm probably asking for a lot, and I just don't see me getting this. Like, I really don't. I've been asking for this for years. I'm gonna say it again on here because we're actually talking about Pokemon for the first time, like on a pod, just normally. I want there to be difficult levels, like like if you can let me play through the story on a hard difficulty.
Didn't they experiment with that in one gen?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I feel like they experimented with a difficulty level.
Look, man, give me a hard difficulty and make it you get more experience or whatever. Because sometimes, bro, yeah, I'll be honest with you, I can go through this whole game and not black out once or white out once, whatever they're calling it nowadays.
Right.
So, like, I don't know. Sometimes I do want it to be a little bit more difficult.
Apparently, like, to make
and
it
at least
harder,
let it be an option. You know what I mean?
To make it hard, you have to turn the XP share off.
Yeah, but that's not. I don't consider that hard. That's just grinding to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, I don't really grind.
And you don't even want to do that like that. Like,
yeah. It's not. But it's not hard to me. Like, I don't mind grinding. Like, if you're into IVs, like, I'm glad that they made nature values and IVs and natures and shit like that a little bit easier with Let's Go. But I think they need to incorporate making the game more difficult and making an option. Nothing you have to do. But say, for example, if you move up the difficulty, to hard, maybe the earlier Pokemon in the game aren't on level 2 or 3. They're on, 6 or 7. Maybe the trainer's level. The levels just move up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all. Turn the skill of some of your computers a little bit more competitive. Since they have a huge competitive scene and they have a tournament every summer and they acknowledge it and they put money into it. But I just want to see the game be more, just more difficult, I guess you could say.
We got introduced to 3 new Pokemon in this trailer.
Oh, we're getting into like the meat of it, those starters, man.
The starters, everyone are excited about.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big deal, man.
But the starters, I feel like it's been a mixed reaction.
It always is. I don't know why people get so like crazy about it though.
I mean,
is it a big thing for you? Because at the end of the day,
you don't have to even play with them, to be honest with you.
That too. But from a design standpoint, it's like, yo, they're going to. We know what we're getting.
Yes,
we know it. We know that level 1 starter. It's cute. Basically, the level 1 starters are for the anime.
Yeah, they really are. Because what we care about is eventually, and what we're looking forward to, it's like, okay, what does this evolve into?
Absolutely.
What are we getting into the final?
Because I like Sobble. I don't know how to pronounce it yet.
Sobble. It looks like Sobble.
I
feel like this is definitely something that Ash will have in the anime.
He's a water lizard.
He's a water lizard. Not bad.
Not bad. Pretty cool.
He looks very nervous.
He has some cool camo stuff. He does look a little nervous. He's throwing up the sets as they put him in a bunch of stuff earlier on Twitter. It says this Pokemon remains invisible in the water, suggesting it will learn the move Acid Armor. I'm just reading up this little,
Of course. Go for it.
Right. People are obviously trying to figure out what it's gonna be final. So, what do you think about Sobble?
Sobble, I like it. Yeah. I like Sobble.
Super cute.
It would be my first pick if my first pick wasn't Score Bunny.
I hear you.
But
I'm probably gonna go with Sobble though.
I'll tell you what Sobble has probably over Score Bunny. There is no way you can make a cool bunny final evolution in this game. You just can't. Bunnies aren't rabbits. Rabbits aren't cool. There aren't killers. There aren't anything.
Yeah. Well, let me go to Score Bunny. Let me look at Score Bunny. Well, what do you think Sobble's going to be? What do you think he's his final? He's obviously water.
Fucking big ass lizard, man.
big water lizard.
You know what? If you think
he's getting,
I think he's going to be very special attack. Very might be speed heavy too.
Maybe another Greninja.
Little Greninja. I like Greninja. Greninja is probably one of my favorite
Greninja is the best starter to me
of all time.
Since Charizard. Like I mean, obviously since, you know, the Charizard.
It might be my favorite of all time, to be honest.
I love Greninja, bro.
Greninja's very cool.
I'm not gonna front on you. They got that right 100%.
And they just left the other two in the dust because I don't even. I mean, I know who they are, but you know,
I'm gonna say Water Poison.
No, they wouldn't do that.
I'm going Water Poison.
No,
with my man Sabu.
They wouldn't do that. That would nuke it. That would nuke it entirely. Don't do that. Don't wish for that, bro. Wish for something.
Know how they do.
So, I'm Score Bunny Hive. I don't think they could come up with.
Score Bunny's fly, man. Score Bunny's a fly, but see,
I don't think they're coming up with
like it's gonna be a fighting type though. Like I don't see it another way.
I think they're going to, you know,
look at the patch on the nose, like the little bandage on the nose and the feet. Come on, man.
So here's what I think. I think the grass one is going to be a fighting type because it's a monkey, bro. It's a monkey.
I'm going. I hate to say. You know what I hate to say? I hate to say grass ground. I'm gonna say, damn, man.
I think Score Bunny ends up being like fire. God.
Score Bunny's gotta be. Look at it, bro.
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying. I'm gonna predicting fire. I can't predict fire type.
You think they're gonna flip it?
I think they're not gonna do fire type. Like it's so fighting type at least.
But look at it though. I'm saying look at the design.
I see you.
It's got the brace around the neck. It's got the neck brace. It's got the the patches on the nose and the feet. He looks like he's turning into a fighting type. But
you might be right. But
we also don't know much about the game yet as far as the dynamics of the Pokemon and typings, if there's any new typings, and also the name Sword and Shield. Like, what does this even incline? Does this incline that Pokemon is going to take, you know, a new step into the battling system? You know, similar to like.
I think battling will definitely be very heavy on it, and I say that from those stadiums.
Well, they promised it too. Like because people complained about Let's Go. And they said, "Hey, this is the game that the next game that's coming out is the competitive game. So don't worry, you know."
I think it's mainly because you look at Sword and Shield. Of course, it's just a thing to fighting. In the Galar region, they have major stadiums, which I think there's going to be huge fighting stadiums. Where
do you think they get rid of? Would you prefer they get rid of gyms and do tournaments? Wouldn't a tournament be more fire?
Tournament would be fire.
I would enjoy cutting gyms and just doing tournament badges per se.
Tournament would be fire. Would be fire.
That way,
it would be way fire than whatever they did in Sun and Moon.
And it would be fire if, you know, the tournament varied every time you went. Like say you lost, right? And you have to, you know, you get kicked out or whatever the case may be. You go back into the tournament and it's a different set of different set. Of matches.
Interesting.
I don't know, man. There's some cool things. The design is cool. I like the logos for the most part.
I think the major legendary looks to be a wolf.
He looks like he's gonna be a wolf, but hopefully just like a legit looking wolf.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
I mean, we got Lycanroc. We got, you know.
I'm gonna assume one's red and one's blue, and one is super
I was thinking they would be
super attack.
I was thinking there would be two, but I
think it's OCD. Think it's one who can change different abilities from Sword and Shield, similar to Edgy Slash.
Listen, that's what I'm thinking.
Because remember, they tested. If they're going from a battle standpoint, remember Edgy Slash kind of broke the meta too. Like from a competitive standpoint, Edgy Slash when Edgy Slash dropped was like super OP because of
its ability
and the moves that it has. You know what I'm saying? It's just like. I wonder if they're gonna dive into that shit for Sword and Shield.
So, you know, I want to talk about, and maybe this will be one of the last things we talk about. Yeah. What's going to be the exclusive? What's going to be the thing? Like, for instance,
right, the big thing that makes the game work.
4, they had the evolutions. I think Gen 6, we had Mega Evolutions. Gen 7, we had Alolan forms.
Yeah.
I forgot when Gen
what's
5.
the it thing? What's
the thing that separates
Okay.
it that they're not going to put in other games?
Okay. So first thing I'm going to say is I think the name. First thing I'll say. First, I think the name Sword and Shield does mean more than the legendaries. I think it could be something new with the battling system. That's just a prediction.
Oh, I can't do it. Z moves. Z moves are so corny to me.
No, I don't mean like that. I just meant more from a strategic standpoint of defense and attack. But who knows? I don't know. I'm just looking at the name Sword and Shield. My other thing is I think they're going to go heavy with promoting the new Eevee evolution, because I think this is it.
You think we're getting a new one?
I think it's time. Yeah, I think it's time. I think Eevee will get a new evolution somehow, some way.
Steelion.
I'm going. You know, I'm gonna go towards Dragon. I'm gonna go towards more on the Dragon side.
I think, I would love for them, and
because they did Fairy last. So
we see old Pokemon in this thing.
You do.
It's I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it either.
I love the games though, where it's just like, let me get used to all these things in this current gen, and then we throw back some old stuff.
Right.
So let me get to know all these people. Like Gen, I think it was Gen 3 and Gen 5.
Okay.
Where it was just like, okay, we're starting you with everything new, and then as you finish the game, as you get farther in the game, you throw in some old stuff. But otherwise than that, get to know everybody, figure out who you like, figure out what you like. Instead of me like, okay, Route 2, if I walk around for 40 minutes, I'll catch a Riolu.
Right.
I'll catch a Riolu.
See,
and then
man,
that's what I do with my game.
I think there's gonna be more of a space vibe as well. That clip of them looking at that crop circle like
I didn't
figure that they had out there, and it was like the shape of obviously some type of Pokemon, but it was I think that's like a little ode to some type of space
crop
Pokemon
circle
type shit. The scene where she's looking out in like this valleyed land, and it's just
yes
scripture of like some weird stuff, but it looks like this standing Pokemon.
You're right.
Like, that's space involved. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's space involved. So
you're right.
Yeah, that's some ancient alien shit. So I don't know. It looks interesting. I'm all for it. Obviously, I want them to fix the things. I want them to actually make this game enjoyable and playable, even if it's about completing the Pokédex.
We got Ultra Beast last gen. We got. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what's the ringer, what's the catch, what's the reel in, what would you enjoy? Would you enjoy more Mega Evolutions? Would you enjoy regular evolutions of different ways?
I miss Mega Evolutions, but I do like the exclusive. Like, I like the fact that they're not necessarily like
leaning on it.
Yeah, I'm really glad they didn't lean on it, because at first didn't it feel that way?
I thought that was
where they were headed. Like,
it's just weird. You have to get so many different stones and all these other things.
Yeah,
it's just it takes up too much room in my box.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know what happens with this one, man. I mean, I guess they want.
There's got to be something. We were excited for we were surprised by a lot of Alolan forms, and I know we had this conversation about.
You want more forms though?
No, I don't want no more forms.
I'm about to say, I don't need.
I'm good.
Forms.
I'm good.
Some of them look really cool, but like I don't think that's a good.
They're inconsequential. It wasn't that great.
Most
it was
of them,
to me. It was to promote Pokemon Go. Honestly,
bro, 90% of them have the exact same stats. Like they're the same in game.
And the typing literally throws it off.
The typing just throws it off. So, for example, Alolan Sand Slash is visually incredible. Like, just it's so cool, but it's worthless.
I'm not going to use it. An Ember would kill me.
He will get he'll get destroyed. You can't use him. So it's whatever.
Like
Sword and Shield, man. Wow.
I'm interested in what's the catch for this gen, because every gen needs a catch. They've done this great way of creating these very exclusive features to every game, and you wish they were in more games.
Yeah,
you wish they were in more gens, but they have an exclusive one to every gen. I remember I was like, okay, I'm ready for more Mega Evolutions. Oh, we're not getting it. We're getting Alolan forms. But that type of thing sacrifices the decks. I love a good full Pokédex. I love a good.
Right.
Give me another 149, 150. Don't give me like 100 and then like the rest of it's like a Alolan Marowak and shit. I mean, I'm interested. You know, I'm in this game already. I'm here already. I love
it. It looks very cool to me. I know, like I said, I know people wanted that preview that showed, you know, some woods area and a fucking tent, and you're just out here, like, you know, in the wilderness, and you gotta have your items to survive. And you know, I get it. I know that's what people want. That
I know you're excited about the soccer fits.
Oh yes.
Oh, you're customizing that.
Those are hard. I want more customization. I want the game to be more difficult. I want there to be less of a limit on like the Pokemon from what regions. I know it's difficult because, you know, this place is in a different location, but like especially after, like, I don't know, I wouldn't mind being able to travel around the different regions. I just think that that's a game that they're gonna like combine, like call it Pokemon World, and like literally you can just travel to each region and handle their gym or however they do it, you know. So, but I think that's down the line. I do.
Quick question: how hard would it be in this game for voice actors?
Man,
I mean, employing voice act. I think it would take a long time to produce the game.
It would take
a
long time. They're never going to do that shit, man. They don't want to pay that. They don't want to pay that fee, man.
I mean, because we're getting one every year, pretty much.
At least, you know what though? At least for some of the big scenes, like you can put. You know, I don't need to, you know, holler at everybody who's in every city to speak. But if it's like somebody of importance for the story. Right. It would be nice for them to have a voice. Or even walk into the Pokemon Center every once in a while and hear.
Yeah, just like, I heard you wanted to heal. Like,
right.
No, something along those lines. I feel like we need to get to the point of voice actors.
Hey, let's keep it a buck, man. They haven't even changed cries yet.
No, they haven't.
Cries are
literally the only generic Pokemon who gets their own special
Pikachu
cries.
And Eevee.
Pikachu. Yeah.
Eevee now too. Wow. Eevee got its legit cry because of Let's Go, but that's it.
The push for Eevee. I mean, I like it.
The push for Eevee was strong.
I like it.
Push.
It's a strong push. I wonder who was the second runner.
I think Eevee was a dope push, but to be honest with you, bro, like it wasn't that fun playing Let's Go with Eevee. Because the move set, he doesn't learn no moves, and you can't evolve them. So it's just like I had to wait for like fucking last resort.
Do you think anything from Let's Go is going to be incorporated into this game?
I think so. I think Let's Go was just like a little like a from a teaser standpoint. I don't know if the catching the Pokemon thing will be in there. I'm sure it'll be an option now, to where you can just toggle back and forth. They'll probably fix it. They'll fix all the stuff that people complain about, of course, for Let's Go and get that stuff down packed. But
because I think the Pokemon catching I'm so used to the Pokemon catching in Go now, like
it's similar. I don't mind it in Let's Go. I got used to it pretty fast. But
I don't even kind of want to go back, to be honest with you.
Yeah, dude. I hope that I'll probably see you before this game comes out, so I'll have my Switch on you. I'll let you play Let's Go for a little bit.
All right,
you can actually have save files on there.
Listen,
you have to have a different, like a different, you got under a different name, but yeah,
interesting.
Pokemon Sword and fucking Shield.
Oh well, that's the reveal. I'm sure when E3 comes out, we'll be geeked and be motivated to do another episode.
I don't think it's perfect though. For everybody who's wondering my opinion on that, I don't think it's perfect. But
what's perfect?
The game. I want
this new game.
I want the complete open world.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not going to be perfect. They just feed us whatever we get, and we eat it up.
I'm copping. I'll have it at midnight if I can. So
yeah, of course. Yeah. Might take the day off. Come on.
I will definitely be off those following 2 days.
Yeah, come on.
PTO, baby.
This is Pokemon. Pokemon we're talking about. Generation 8.
Yeah, Generation 8. Wow.
We here. It's been a special bonus episode of The Lookout. Make sure you tune into the regular episodes of The Lookout where we talk about Dragon Ball and we're in the midst of the Future Trunks arc. You can follow all that on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spreaker, Google Play, everywhere where you can find podcasts. If you enjoy this, let us know, and maybe you'll do some more. Who knows?
Yeah, for sure.
I love talking Pokemon, especially, with you, where everyone's fucking knowledgeable. We all have our, theories and all of these things like that. So yes, follow us on RNC Radio Live and just stay tuned to more content from the guys. I am Meelz. That is the Platinum Chanel Boy Jeff.
Yeah.
And we are out.